Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, I'm John, this is Many a True Nerd, and welcome to Kingdom Come Deliverance, a proper hardcore action-adventure RPG thing. So proudly hardcore, in fact, that when I got review code for this, it came with a note, which said, "Don't just play this game, you mad bastard. No. Your puny mind is not ready for it. Here's a PDF telling you how to not suck at the game, because otherwise you'll just suck at it too much." So I went over the notes and they're right, there's plenty in there that's pretty hardcore compared to plenty of other games. So for example, if you get given a quest, you better do it within a reasonable time frame, otherwise the quest will just sort of get done without you. If someone tells you to go get medicine for a sick relative, if you don't do it sharpish, that person will die. You want to drink a potion during a battle? Oh, would you like a glass of warm milk with that at the same time, you filthy casual? So it's the early 15th century, everything's all gorgeous and a bit Witcher 3. We're in Bohemia, which I believe is in modern day Czech Republic if I recall correctly, and there's glorious knights on horses, etc. We're not those guys though, we're some drunken layabout blacksmith's son called Henry, unfortunately. And speaking of Henry, it's time to do what I always actually quite enjoy in games, which is building a character organically. So rather than just kind of, putting special points in or something, instead I'm actually choosing how to answer, saying what I did last night, and as a result actually picking what my kind of starting skills are going to be. So I would say, as I actually know from that lovely little sheet I was sent by the devs, that there's going to be multiple solutions to everything, including potentially talking your way out of things. Yeah, let's actually go for a bit of a speech option here. Let's see if I can talk my way around my problems, because I do always enjoy doing that in role-playing games. So we're in control and everything feels pretty much instantly familiar. Look around, sprint, go into crouchy mode. Ooh, crouchy mode with my hand held out if that's what I want to do. One thing I do like, however, is if you want to actually pick something up, it's got a little pick-up animation. So there's an apple there. I'll be having that, thank you. And more apples. Lovely. So there we are, I can just help myself to some apples. Nice. And including some more. Ooh, bread roll. Oh, I help myself to all of the apples. Is that a bag of money? Is it? No, sadly it is not. And here we are out in the world. Got our nice, actually, not so little. I feel like we've actually got a decent sized house here. Full of cheese and some nice vines at the side in the garden. Very, very nice indeed. Yeah, actually, we've got a good thing going on here, which is going to make it a lot more tragic when it gets burnt down and my mother ends up dead, but I guess we'll deal with that when it inevitably comes up. Grindstone. Ah, this'll be my dad. I'm supposed to be helping him with a sword, so let's learn how to game.
What's the matter with you, Henry? Didn't you hear me calling you?
Oh, I'm sorry, did you think you could just have a high speech skill and that would be enough to pass speech checks? Go back to Skyrim, you peasant. No! There's a full system of persuasion apparently, so need to use powers of persuasion to talk my dad round. I can simply use speech, so influenced by reputation I have with the person you're talking to. Well, I'm his son, so hopefully but I'm also his drunken layabout son who gets up in the afternoon. So maybe don't rely on that so much. In the Middle Ages, social status was paramount, so if you're wearing good quality clothes and if you're well groomed, then potentially you have a better chance of talking people round. Marvellous. Alternatively, I can try and look dangerous, including, oh blimey, other things taken into account, such as blood stains on your clothes. So if you deliberately walk in with a massive sword and actually get yourself spattered with blood and don't clean up afterwards, that can actually help looking dangerous. Or I could bribe my own father, or finally, in special cases, you can try any of Henry's other abilities, i.e. horsemanship. I'm just going to basically say to my dad, by the way, I have a horse. Okay, son, that's all fine then. And Henry's abilities aren't absolute, they're compared to the abilities of his counterpart. So you can't intimidate tough brawlers, you won't be able to use social status to impress nobility, etc, etc. Okay. Oh, this is going to be interesting. So in this example, I've got my speech skill, I've got my social standing, or I've got intimidation. Now apparently social standing's pretty good for me. And, but my dad's presumably got higher social standing, because he's a blacksmith. But, okay, as my dad's currently annoyed at me, my speech doesn't count for much. Let's go for this one, as I do have a 7 against it.
Sorry, Father. I was taking a stroll and lost track of time. Somehow I had a feeling I was seeing everything for the first time.
How, my boy? When are you going to get some sense? Anyway, we've a lot of work to do today. I'm finishing the sword for Sir Radzik, and I need your help.
With what?
I'm running out of charcoal. Run to the market and buy a bag from the charcoal burner.
I'll need some money then.
Yeah, that's the other thing. Kunesh still owes me for an axe, a hammer, and the nails I sold him a month ago. Not to mention his debt from before. Go and tell him to pay up, at least for the axe and hammer, and then use the money to buy the charcoal.
Kunesh? That drunkard? That'll be fun.
Well, you're a big lad now. I'm sure you can manage. If not, tell him that next time I'll come myself and personally use that hammer to bang those nails into his arse.
Sure, I'll be happy to hear it. Is that all?
Not quite. The Chamberlain at the castle has the crossguard for Sir Radzig's sword, which I had engraved in Sasau.
You want me to go and pick it up? All right. Money, charcoal, crossguard. Got it.
And ale. Stop off at the tavern on your way home. I know you'll be going there anyway to see that girl of yours. But make sure the ale's still cool from the cellar when you get back.
Her name is Bianca.
Right, so make sure Bianca draws me a nice cool one. Run along now, work won't wait.
Now, normally I'd assume that would just be flavour text, except with this game, and from what I've heard about it, I'm going to guess that, like, if I pick up the ale and I don't pick it up last and rush it back here, it'll probably warm up and he'll actually complain about it. Marvellous. So, most quests can be completed in different ways. Eloquence won't be win friends, and that tooltip's probably gone away. Probably forever, because if I want it back, then I'm just being a baby about it. Right, so, things that he said. He wants the crossguard. That was from someone high up in the keep. That'll be the big stone thing on the hill. So how about we start there and we'll just kind of see how we can get by. Assuming the guards are going to let me pass. They should do. I'm supposed to be here. Hello. Can I actually come through, please?
Father sent me. We're forging a sword for Sir Radzig, and the Chamberlain has the crossguard and grip. Father had them engraved in Sasau.
Right. They're here. The Chamberlain gave them to us for you. We looked them over. Beautiful work. I've never seen anything so fine.
I can't wait to see the sword. Just make sure you don't botch it.
When did I ever botch anything?
Where shall I start?
Shut up and give me what I want, or I'll kick your ass this evening.
Right away, your lordship.
Alright, got myself a thing. Good start. And that's how the quest markers work. Gotcha. So I need to go and buy the charcoal, but first I'm going to need the money. So first up, I need C. Whatever's marked as C on my compass. However, I also have the objective of go to the sword fighting lesson, which I feel like isn't a thing my dad actually told me to do, but it's the thing I'm just going to plan to do anyway, so screw it. So down we come into town itself, and yeah, it's quite a pretty game actually. I like the fact it's got a bit of colour to it. Plenty of medieval games just have nothing but green and brown. And okay, green and brown is well represented, but it's still nice and bright and there's some flashes of colour around, which is very, very welcome indeed. So, see, we're starting off heading over in this sort of a direction. Aha, it's this chappy right here. Right, Kanesh, gonna be needing some money from you.
God be with you, Kunesh.
What do you want?
Ooh, you're supposed to say God be with you back, because it's the 15th century and that's probably important for reasons. Anyway, father sent me for money.
My father sent me to get the coin you owe him for the axe, hammer and nails.
I've got nothing. Clear off.
Okay, now, what do I do? Pay for the tools or pay the lot? Now, I think my dad did specifically say, at the bare minimum, get the money for the tools.
You know you owe father for a lot more than just the axe and hammer. If he went to the bailiff about it, you'd be in deep water. At least pay for the tools if you can't pay for everything.
I told you I have no coin, you bastard. Get the hell out of here, or I'll use the axe on you.
Alright, time for some persuasiveness. Let's see, you can expect a visit from my father, which my dad did say potentially would actually make him afraid. Pay you drunkard, except this guy seems like, you know, he went straight to the I'll murder you with an axe, so he's probably going to be intimidated. My speech skills are only 2. However, I did invest in it a little bit, so, and this guy is a drunk who doesn't seem that eloquent, maybe we can make this work.
Look, I know things aren't easy. The wife ran off.
Okay, that's not a good thing to start this conversation off with.
How dare you speak to me like that? Didn't your thieving father teach you any manners? No? Well, I'll teach you then.
Okay, I guess we have to do some actual... Oh, blimey. Yeah, the combat's a bit on the complicated side as well. Okay, so we're just circling around each other. I can block, I can kick him if I want to get a bit of distance. We can both kind of just move around. I need to block myself a little bit. Whichever side, yeah, of the start, I've got the red selector, which I do with the right stick. That's where I'm deciding to actually put my attacks. So I'm just going to go for a quick jab into the head, then back off, and then just a quick jab into the head. Okay, down for the lower, because I think he's got... Oh, I think I got a good hit in there. But watch out, because your stamina gets used up when you're blocking as well as when you're attacking. So as a result, that might cause trouble. And let's go for it. There we go. I've leveled up in unarmed from just doing a bit of fighting. Nice. Let's go for another attack down there. There we go. That got a hit in. I think he's got his arms up, guarding his head right now. Ouch. Well, that's a bit mean of you. Alright, so he's had enough, and I wasn't able to beat him. What that means is, new objective on G, I need to get the axe and the... Hang on, what was the other thing? I need to get the rest of it back. I need to get the axe, the hammer and nails back another way. Fine, he doesn't want to pay up, he's got no coin anyway. So that means, having survived the fight, and I don't think I was really supposed to win, I think that was just introduction to combat, when neither of us was really hurting the other. Instead, I'm going to need to break into his house and steal it. Now, did you just come in here, or are you still working on the wood pile? Yeah. He's working on the wood pile out here. Okay, well in that case, into sneaky mode we go. Time to go into his house and have his stuff. I'm in a private area. Well, that's absolutely fine. They'll just warn you at first, and potentially you risk immediate arrest. Right, in his house, through his stuff. Oh dear, his house is not in good shape.
A locked chest. I'll need a lockpick to get into that. Fritz might have one.
Okay, I'll need to steal the stuff back, but I'm going to need a lockpick first. But while I'm here, however, I think I will actually just eat from your pot, because screw you, basically. Right, out we go again. He's busy the other side, so this isn't a problem. So, need to pick up something from my friend Fritz, who can lend me a lockpick, because he's probably a reputable character. Okay, I found my friends, but they're not willing to help me until I go and plaster someone's house because of a 15th century secular disagreement, which the game seems to be referring to as the Western Schism, so... Alright, let's make politics fun, damn it!
So are we doing this or not?
Wait. We have to check that the coast is clear.
Why? Deutsch is in the tavern.
But maybe you noticed after all these years that he has a wife and a son.
And that's a problem?
Aye, it is. Henry, you go lure her away somehow.
Why me?
Because you're the clever one.
I am. I leveled up my speech and everything. Aha. Quest H. So, you need to be lured away, Deutsch's wife. And the answer is, yeah, your husband's making trouble up at the pub. That's actually true. That'll get rid of her.
I just went by the tavern and your husband was in there talking nonsense. I thought someone should take him home before he gets himself in trouble.
What sort of nonsense?
Well, he kept saying that Sigismund was right and King Wenceslas is a drunkard. That sort of thing. Some people took exception, so I thought...
God almighty, the fool. Next thing he'll start on about the popes.
He might have mentioned the popes too.
Thank you for telling me. I just hope I can catch him before he gets into another fight.
Right, that's the wife taken care of. And that means me and my idiot friends can trash this guy's house because we disagree with his opinions on the Western Schism and the popes or something.
What are you waiting for, soldier? Fire the trebuchet! For king and country!
Because we're on the side of King Wenceslas. Good King Wenceslas. I mean, admittedly, the beginning of the game said that his epithet was the idol, which doesn't sound like that good, but screw it. I guess we'll just literally throw manure at his house because of our opinions on 15th century kings.
You bastards! What the fuck do you think you're doing?
Right, time for some punching. So, block and kick him back. And just kick him away. Because this time I suspect there's going to be... Oh, there we go. I've got someone to help me out here today. So let's just go over here. And you keep him distracted for the second. And I'll just punch him while you're taking... Oh, yeah. That's good. Oh, yeah. He's looking bloodied now. So people do get properly bloodied. And I think he's down on the ground. And, okay, he's surrendered. Is he surrendered? Yes, he's surrendered. Good. Everyone else dead? Yep, everyone else is already dead. Marvellous. And apparently we need to run off. Though there's been multiple witnesses and we haven't killed anyone, so this is, you know, not necessarily going to go desperately well for us. Can I have those cooking lockpicks now? Why did we even do that? So, we helped them with their stupid prank about the Western Schism. Now I need some help with Kunesh, lads, because I've helped you, so you're going to help me.
I need a hand with Kunesh.
Sure, mate. You helped us, so we'll help you.
Let's get to it then.
Ooh, I think possibly that's not the sort of hand I was expecting. Maybe I just needed to speak to that guy for the lockpicks. I think now we're just going to go and beat the hell out of him. Oh, yeah. Yeah, you know what? I think now we've actually got this. Yeah, good luck.
Enough! I give up. Take what you want. It's not much, but it's all I have. You understand?
Alright. So now I've got the keys. So I didn't actually need the lockpicks at all. So, multiple solutions immediately. I helped them out with a stupid prank, but that prank might have consequences for me because I've annoyed someone else in the village. But as a result, they've helped me beat up this guy. So I didn't actually need to break into his chest. So that means, well, actually, you did just say help yourself. Okay, I'll be helping myself to literally everything. When I say literally everything, you don't actually have that much, do you? No. But I'll be having this here spoon. So, there's the hammer, there's the nails. Question is, where's the axe? Aha! And there's the axe, outside by the wood pile. Fine. So, I've actually got myself everything I need there. And I think this is his room as well, just in case there's anything else floating around. Still, I've found all the things. And I like the compromise that these quest markers make, which is, the quest markers tell you roughly where to go, but the quest marker didn't actually point me at the axe or at that chest, it just said, this is roughly where Kanesh's house is. So it gave me, like, the rough idea, but I needed to actually figure out the rest by myself. There's a lot this game does that I like. Now, you look like a, charcoal burner's helper. So, charcoal, price 0.5, and I need 10 of it, right? Yep, so I'm going to need 5 gold to cover that price. I don't have any gold right now, at least I don't think I do. No gold whatsoever down in the bottom left. So, that means we need to sell some of this to the trader. Now, which trader looks like they're going to potentially be most interested in? Aha! You've got vaguely metal-y type things. Hello, Mr. Trader. Though actually, here's a really interesting alternative solution. I could basically have said screw that, because if I were just to basically take the food from my house and sell it to the trader, that would have got me enough money for the charcoal. So possibly I could have actually skipped all of that full stop, because as long as actually I get the money and Dad gets the charcoal, does he actually care where it comes from? Intriguing. And yeah, the axe isn't actually a weapon, so let's actually sell all of this. That axe is worth 3.5, 2 for the hammer, 1. So, I can get the charcoal I need and actually have enough left over for the ale and maybe a bit for me as well. Lovely. So, sell that, sell that, sell that. Keep the lockpick that What's-His-Face did actually give me in the end, because now I can use that for later. And at this exact moment in time, I would indeed actually get 6.5 gold. So now I can close the deal, or I can haggle. Okay, let's give it a go, because there's probably a ludicrously complicated haggling system as well. Oh yeah, there's a ludicrously complicated haggling system, marvellous. So right now, I'm getting 6.5. What, my good sir, if we were to call that around even 7?
Are we agreed?
A nice sum. Just lower your demands a little and we'll agree.
Okay, he's not interested in that, but potentially he's actually open to 6.7. 6.7. Let's just nudge him a tiny bit up to 6.8.
Finally, a reasonable sum.
Okay, there we go. So I got myself an extra 0.3 golds. Tell you what, I actually really quite like this. This is actually pretty damn good. Okay, what are we on to next in that case? Ah, yes, sword fighting. That thing my dad told me not to get involved with, and my mother was opposed to, and no one told me to do, but I decided I'm going to do... Ooh. Twin horses. They're just getting ready for the synchronised horse routines later at the Bohemian Olympics. It's going to be marvellous. I've got the money, plus a bit extra for me because of my marvellous haggling. Let's pick up the charcoal from you. So, 10 charcoal. Let's see if we can get the price down a bit as well. So, the base price is in fact 5. What if I were to pay you 4.5?
Since it's you.
That's not enough.
And what are you going to come back with? 4.8. Let's see if you'll settle for 4.7.
See now, I knew we'd come to an agreement.
Marvellous. So, I've actually sold the stuff for a good price and bought this at a decent price as well. Lovely. And that's the charcoal, and that just leaves one thing. I need to nip into the bar, see my girlfriend Bianca, and pick up a nice cold beer, and then get it home in a hurry.
God save, my lovely. You're looking well today.
You too, handsome. What brings you here?
Oh, you do, but also ale, to be honest. But you first.
Your beauty, of course.
Oh, noble sir. I'm as honored as any simple maid can be. And apart from my beauty, what else might your worship desire?
Now the question is, who's going to die? Is it going to be my parents or her? Because it might potentially be both. And so when the Deutsch was saying stupid things, I could have actually come and spoken to her about it. So there might have been a different solution to that quest other than just going and throwing muck at his house. Intriguing. So yeah, how about a picture for my father and make sure it's a nice cold one that I need to run home at speed.
Oh, by the way, that shifty-looking fellow was asking after you.
Vaniak?
I suppose. He is a man who makes his coin robbing honest wayfarers. I'm sure of it. I'll be happy when he's gone for good. But what in heaven's name are you up to with him?
He promised to teach me how to use a sword.
What use would that be to you?
Enough. You sound just like father. I'll be going now. See you this evening.
I could speak to the guy in the corner, but screw that. No, I need to get this beer back to my father in a flippin' hurry too. I was given specific instructions, get the beer back in a hurry, make sure it doesn't go warm, so I am going to flipping run this beer home, damn it. And there we go, I'm getting so... Dear, I've got so tired I'm almost blacking out. Don't worry, Dad, I've got you a nice cold ale and I think everything else too.
I have charcoal, the hilt, and the ale. We can start.
Good job. Let's have it then, son. Well done. Right. Let's see what kind of job the master in Sasau did for us.
According to the guards, pretty damn good.
Look at that, lad. Well, that's what I call craftsmanship.
What does the inscription mean?
Damned if I know. Doesn't look like Czech to me. Latin, maybe?
That is indeed Latin.
By the way, someone paid me a call. I reckon you might know what it was about.
I'm not sure.
Really? Because I'm pretty sure you and your friends threw dung at Deutsch's freshly whitewashed house. He was here with the catchpole earlier, and it was not a friendly visit. What got into you, Hal?
That Deutsch was talking treason in the tavern about Sigismund and the king. He got what he deserved.
Got what he deserved, did he? You can go and clean up the mess you made and apologise to him. I have a trade to run. The German pays well, and having my son in the pillory helps nothing and nobody, least of all the king. You understand?
Yes.
Look me in the eye, Henry. Do you understand?
I understand.
Good. And we'll never have this conversation again.
And of course we didn't have to have it in the first place if I'd just taken the lockpick and not done that stupid business with my friends.
Do you remember Emperor Charles?
I do. Life was good under his reign.
Better than now.
He built half of Prague and a score of castles, had a bridge made over the Moldau, and founded a university, and all without a war. He knew how to rule.
Better than Wenceslas.
Better by far. But Wenceslas doesn't have it easy. It's hard to step into the shoes of someone whose like is born only once 1,000 years.
What about Sigismund?
Do you think Charles would have brought an army down on his own people like Sigismund? No. Wenceslas may not be the equal of his father, but Sigismund, he brings shame to the royal name. How's it going? Give it here, and we'll put it all together.
I tell you what, the voice acting's alright in this game. I'm actually quietly impressed with that.
The Lord be with you. My father sent me for those nails.
Good day to you, Teresa. They're ready. Will you fetch them for me, Hal? They're in the trunk in the living room.
Why am I suddenly suspicious with the arrival of Teresa? Are you about to kill my father and burn down my house? Or possibly, alternatively, if Bianca's about to die, Teresa could make a good alternative, so everything will be fine. Right, here we go. Some nails for Teresa. Take a look. Oh, I think I just took everything. Oh, well, never mind. I've got some extra stuff too. Teresa, I've got some nails.
Here are those nails you wanted.
Thanks. So, how's Bianca?
She's fine. Why do you ask?
Just wondering. Will you be going to the dance this evening?
We will.
Go and get those damn nails.
Maybe we'll see each other there. Anyway, mustn't keep you. I'll be on my way. That sword is truly beautiful.
Oh, yeah, she totally wants to be my girlfriend too. And... Henry!
Fine lass, eh? Now, stop staring at her and come and see this. It's time for the trial by fire. We did a fine job.
I would expect nothing less from such a renowned swordsmith.
Those days are gone, sir.
You haven't lost your skills, though. Would you like to try it?
Sir, what good is a sword to a commoner?
Let him try it. You still have a lot to learn. Ask your father to show you how. He knows what he's about.
Learning his trade will serve him better in life, sir.
Perhaps. But who knows what the future holds for each of us. I see that you almost have it finished.
It just needs a polish, then Henry will bring it to you.
Excellent. Fine work, very fine. A sword such as this will bring honor to its bearer. What say you, Svan?
True, Sir Radzig. If I'd have had its like back in Nicopolis, things would have worked out differently. How odd to find such an accomplished swordsmith working in a place like this. A man of his talent would have no problem making a fortune in Prague or Vienna.
You're right. It's a very long and peculiar story.
I'd be glad to listen to it over a cup of wine, but duty calls, and I must leave. Here you are. Learn from your father. He truly is a master of his craft.
I'm sure our paths will cross again.
They certainly will.
A long, peculiar history.
That was a long time ago. I might tell you about it sometime, but not today.
Oh, he's gonna die before he tells me about it. Oh, the doom horn. Bad things are happening. Oh, good. Here comes the burning down of my village. Marvellous. Right, is that going to be Sigismund? I'm guessing that's going to be Sigismund. Yes, we heard the doom horn the first time. Oh, we're pretty cocking boned then.
Your mother is in the village. I'll fetch her and we'll follow right behind.
I'll go with you.
No. You'll do what I say right now. Give the sword to Sir Radzig. If anything happens, he'll take care of you. He owes me.
Why do I get the feeling that I might actually be royalty? Because there's been a few mentions, like, you know, the sword being given to me despite being a commoner. One passing mention right in the intro cutscene of blue blood laziness. Yeah, I feel like I'm actually of some form of bastard nobility lineage. Something like that.
Quickly! We have to close the gates!
Move! Come on, we're closing!
But first, I need to go and be an idiot. Question is, are we going after Bianca or Teresa? Or possibly those two? Yeah, my parents, they're good too. Oh, here comes the moment I witness my parents' death. They're going to be killed by Sigismund personally. No, you should start running. He's pretty dead. Yeah, and there goes my mother too. With sad, sad silence. Right, and I'm going to guess Bianca and Teresa are a bit screwed. Oh, well, never mind. Yeah, that'll be Sigismund then, so I need to get revenge on him, diddly diddly dee.
Find a horse! Ride to town, Lurch! Tell them what's coming! Warn them!
Run by the moat! There's a path down there! Jump down from the wall and flee!
Oh, I've missed the cocking castle! Right, well, time to escape then. Oh, and there's Radzig. Probably my biological dad, I'm guessing. Alright, probably time for me to naff off. Actually, can I go back if I want to? Ooh, I could do if I wanted to. Marvellous. Unsheathed weapon. Right, well, let's see if we can make this happen then. And then, oh dear, he's... As it turns out, the guy in armour is much, much better than me and actual, like, Okay, possibly I shouldn't try and take on the people in full armour when I've only just picked up a sword for the first time. Yeah, that guy, I've decided what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to run away from him. So run around the outside here, then the guy shouted down to me. If I jumped down, I'd be able to get myself a horse. So possibly what I want to do is go and get myself a horse right now. So... maybe just keep going down here. I'm almost out of stamina. Well, maybe don't take a breather right now, because, like, there's a guy with, like, full plate armor chasing you down. Ooh, hello. There's someone down there. Who's that? Is that a... Are you a friendly or not a... I feel like you're not a friendly. So maybe we just basically... Can we jump over this? Please tell me I can jump over this. I can't jump over this! And now I'm being whacked in the back by many, many people. Yeah. Okay, should have avoided them. Okay, just go. I'm out of cocking stamina. This is not a good... Yeah. Okay, really needs to avoid everybody right now. Now, how about we speed things up by just kind of hopping down here a little bit? Yeah, that'll make things a bit faster. So we're trying to get over there. So presumably, the fastest way to do any of that would be just to basically run straight down here. Yeah, don't loop back on myself. Screw going down to the road. Stay on the high bit over here. Keep running for as long as I can. That over there looks like a horse. So I'll be having one of these. Ooh, which horse do I want? Oh, I was just trying to start running again. Okay, screw you bastards. Just ignore all of them. I just need a horse. Which horse do I want? Which horse do I want? Which horse do I want? Oh, I like you. You've got nice hair. Right, I'll be having you. Right, how do I horse? Because I missed the tutorial. Gallop. Right, commence galloping. There we go. And now we're doing some galloping. Lovely. So just need to... Do I need to keep holding that down? Okay, yeah, I need to double tap B and then hold it down. This horse will be fine. There's a spare horse just in case you get your first horse shot, I guess. And we've managed to escape on horseback. Marvellous. Admittedly, they've got horses too. Like, quite a few of them. So, oh yeah. Yeah, they've got horses with actual horse archers. So this is possibly not going to go desperately well. You know, due credit for me. Apparently, I just shrug off an arrow in the leg. Well, that's my career as an adventurer over before it began. Still on the plus side, I guess there's always guard duty in Whiterun. So, I've been wounded and I'm bleeding. And now, I haven't actually learned to bandage wounds yet. So, as a result... Oh dear. Oh flipping dear. Now I need to actually find someone to bandage my wound. Run this guy down! Screw you! I don't know if I actually knocked him down. Hopefully I did. So I'm just going to loop around here. Ah, here we go. Yeah, this is all fine. Get out of the way! There's so many, I don't know who they are. Who would the Hungarians logically actually kind of work with who are not, well, technically not speaking English, because no one's speaking English. Everyone's speaking, like, Hungarian, but we're hearing it as comedy regional British accent. So, I'm guessing Ottomans? Maybe, like, Ottoman mercenaries? Is that what's supposed to be happening right now? I don't know. Still, I like this horse. This is a good horse. Oh, my horse is getting tired, though. Right, so, okay, I'm going to let my horse have a bit of a rest. Could we just, like... Yeah, there we go. We can... Canter? Is canter the one just below gallop? I don't really know how horses work. Also... Oh, no! No! I should definitely be galloping! You stupid bloody horse! So, there's proper also... No, get out of the way! Yeah, there's proper actual limb damage. So, if you've got damaged legs, you can't run, you can't use your sword if you've got damaged arms, etc, etc, etc. Right. Keep it going on, because apparently the possibly Ottomans are chasing me down, and also I'm bleeding. So I'm just losing health slowly. Ah! That'll be what's going on down at the bottom. So as I take hits, my total health bar, I'm losing hit points. But my maximum hit point is also creeping in from the left, which is what the bleeding represents. Still, I've made it to Talmberg, which I don't know how that really helps me from, like, you know, the horse archers behind me, but hopefully it does.
Quickly, everyone! Get your asses here!
Hey!
The next town over apparently has stone walls and loads of archers. So that will be good. And thankfully, they've decided to recognise me as the friend and those guys as the enemy. So that's nice too. And here I am at whatever the... Ooh! This is the place from the intro screen! Yay! I've made it to the intro screen! And as I predicted, my home village did indeed get burnt down and my parents did indeed get killed. Because you're not allowed to have a game like this where that doesn't happen. It's just the law. And now I've managed to recover my health and they've bandaged up my wounds, all of a sudden the game is introducing the survival stuff. So now I've got myself, a hunger meter and a tired meter. So at some point I'm going to be needing some food and some sleep. Now hopefully if I'm lucky, yes indeed, I've already got some food because I took it out of my house. So basically you should take all the food out of your house because it's about to be burnt down regardless. There we go, help myself to a bread roll, a bit of fruit, and my hunger meter's almost back down to nothing. And now I'm inside this new town. Marvellous. I was just trying to get some sleep to avoid dying of tiredness. I'm having a Batman origin dream.
Help us.
And at this point, there's literally, I think, 20 or 25 minutes of cutscene straight. So we're going to skip all of that. The short version is basically the massive army showed up here, but the Lord of the Castle was able to talk them down because they were actually after the guy from the first castle who managed to slip away in the night and has naffed off to somewhere else, like Rate, I think they called it. I think they said it was Rate. So basically, my next objective now is to, get to grips with this sort of area, explore, meet the people, do whatever I want dotted around here, head back to my hometown, bury my parents, find a horse from somewhere, though admittedly I've already got a horse, but maybe I need to actually, buy a proper horse. Possibly that horse I just kind of grabbed on the way out isn't really mine, because if I do my horse whistle, unfortunately no horse has actually come. That chicken seems to be coming, but I strongly suspect I won't actually be able to ride that chicken to Rate. But ladies and gentlemen, I think we're going to call it there. I think you get the point. This here is Kingdom Come Deliverance, and I am extremely impressed. I'm very, very impressed indeed. It's a big, pretty damn in-depth, hardcore, medieval RPG sort of thing, where things are taken very, very seriously indeed. Skills need to be leveled up by actually getting practice in them. There's a really in-depth system for conversations, a different in-depth system for bartering, and I'm sure the crafting system, because there's bound to be a crafting system, will be just as complicated. Your relationships with people are quite complicated. You've got reputation and nobility, and how you dress matter, and whether or not you've actually bothered to wash, and whether you've got blood on you or not impacts how well you like to succeed. Yeah. There's lots I like, and I like that right from the beginning, rather than just saying, this is a game where the choices have consequences, here is a choice, oh I bet that'll have a consequence. No, the tutorial area is all done properly. There's multiple ways to literally do baby's first quest. I really, really admire this game. This is very, very interesting indeed. So, I will say, this one comes pretty highly recommended. I've been very impressed by what I've seen. It does feel like... kind of like if Skyrim and New Vegas had a baby, but also The Witcher 1 and Stalker were somehow involved in that baby-making process. Yes, that seems like a decent way. That's probably a terrible way of summarising it, but that's the way I'm going to summarise it. This is Kingdom Come Deliverance. I actually think it's pretty darn good. If I could find criticism for it, and honestly, I can't find much criticism for it. This is really damn solid. Graphically, it's a little bit on the plain side, especially as, frame rate, this is the PC version, I don't think I mentioned that at the beginning, this is the PC version, frame rate honestly feels a little bit low. I started off this video on ultra settings, I've lowered it to very high, and even then, frame rate feels adequate if not exactly spectacular, but other than that, very, very solid and impressed indeed. So, who knows, maybe we'll see this again, I'm not sure, I'll keep an eye on how this video goes. This game was certainly kind of repeatedly recommended to me, and I see why, yes indeed. Very, very impressed indeed. So, we'll see about that. But in the meantime, I've been John, this has been many a true nerd, and this has been the really rather impressive Kingdom Come Deliverance. Thank you very much, and goodbye. We have got a gate key here, and then we have got... I've made a mistake, I've made a mistake, I've made a mistake, I've made a mistake! This is going to take all of my skill and cunning as a hunter to sort out... Die, you mooing bastards! Die! Die! Go away. Go away, nobody likes you. That was a good idea till it wasn't.